Hey guys, today I want to talk about Asa from Chainsawman. I'm still a little bit sick, but I still wanted to do this video. So, Asa is, I think, an interesting development for Chainsawman. By the way, I didn't read all of Chainsawman. I'm gonna spoiler you. I'm right now at the chapter where they found, I think her name was Naoki, like the little sister kind of girl from um Nenshi, you know. They are in a sushi bar and her head is on a plate in a sushi bar. This is how far I was reading through. And yeah, I didn't read anything, but I still saw a little bit of the development between Asa and Denshi. I know Chainsawman is already finished. I will talk maybe about the ending when I read it. I don't really know the ending. I don't know what's going on, but I'm just gonna talk about from the current state I am in right now. So Asa is, in my perspective, a really great add for Chainsawman. She is a main character. She's kind of the second protagonist, which is really interesting. Because she is really written in a relatable way, you know? And it's interesting because we are used to Denshi, a guy who's not an adult yet and who is kind of obsessed with the idea of being with a girl and doing all those things, you know. And Asa is a kind of nice twist in the whole story. I really, really like that. And something I noticed that all the female characters, maybe except for Power, she was more kind of the friend character for Denshi. But Denshi, the connection that Denshi had to all the female characters, where it was love, but it was love mixed with sexualization, you know, and they all kind of consciously played into the fantasy. They all, almost every female character in the show was kind of a perfect female fantasy for Denshi, you know? And I think because Denji is a horny kid, that doesn't make the whole situation any better. It just makes it worse because he just sees women from that perspective and he doesn't really know how to interact and talk normally with a woman because he gets always into sexual situations with them. And the situation with Asa is a little bit different because it's much more romantic, and Asa doesn't feel like a sexual fantasy. You know, she just feels like a girl in his age that has her own issues, that also doesn't know how to talk to guys. Like, all the women felt really confident. They were really like, they knew how to get a guy interested. But she is someone who never really talked to a guy, and she is insecure about guys, kind of in the same way, just as a female, on the same level that then she's insecure with women, or like he is kind of insecure. He doesn't really know how to talk to women, and this is why he is so obsessed with them, you know. And Asa and Nenji are on the same level. They are on the same level when it comes to romance and their feelings, and it feels the first time that Denji experiences real love. I think Reese was really close to that. Like, Reese was his first experience where he experienced love in a healthy way, even though this is not what Riese wanted in the first place, but it happened. Malcolm was pretty much toxic love, but Riese was the first experience where he experienced healthy love. But Riese, she's not there anymore, so we have Asa, and she is the first girl that he can experience normal love with, and actually normal love that it means that it takes time to actually get to know someone. Like, he doesn't experiences Asa in a sexual way right from the beginning. They just get to know each other, and they're just talking to each other normally without any sexual or romantic feelings. And that is the first normal experience that Denji actually has in terms of romance. And I see this as a really healthy development because it takes time and it's a slow burn. And I think that's a good thing. I think love should take its time. And I even have the feeling, even though Denji is going through so much shit in the whole story, that dude definitely needs a therapist. I think the whole development he has with Asa is weirdly therapeutic in a way, because it's slower and more human than any other relationship he had with the other girls, except for Power. Power was his friend, but it was not romantic with Power. Power was an interesting relationship, but it was a good relationship of friends, I would say. But I'm talking about the whole romantic relationships now that Denji was trying to have, and he always not really succeeded in it. And in this development, it's not about succeeding in anything, it's just an experience after experience. And I think we can see that Denji actually learns and he grows and he becomes more adult, even though he's not really aware of that. Because he doesn't give a fuck about becoming adult. This is, I don't think, a concept that Denji has, because he was going through so much that this is totally out of his head right now. So this is why I think putting Asa into the second art is an amazing development for Chainsawman. I just don't know in which direction it goes, if the ending makes the whole development we had between Asa and Denji justice. But I'm gonna see. I don't know when I'm gonna finish Chainsawman. I need my time, but yeah. So thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next video. Goodbye.